welcome them up to the stage. Now let's bring up Drew and Helen from the Chicago. We're just going to have a little conversation with Drew and Helen to answer some questions and kind of get y'all thinking. And yeah. All right, you want to go first? Cool. Okay, first just tell us a bit about yourselves, just like who you are and how you're involved with mutual aid here in the city.
Awesome. I can start. I'm Helen.
Helen.
I live in Logan Square. I moved to Chicago about 3 years ago, and I've been involved in Logan Square Mutual Aid for about a year and a half, and organizing with the broader Chicago Food Sovereignty Coalition through that.
Yep. And my name is Drew, and I live in Ukrainian Village, and I help out with our mutual aid group, a few neighborhoods in the area called Westtown Mutual Aid, and have since kind of the very beginning of the pandemic.
Based on that last sketch, you guys might have realized that we might not know exactly what mutual aid is. Could you tell us, what is it? How is it different from charity?
Sure. So mutual aid, on its simplest terms, is just neighbors helping neighbors. It's recognizing that our communities are stronger and healthier and happier when everyone in our community has their basic needs met. And it sort of acknowledges that we have the power and the ability as neighbors to do that without relying on the government or a nonprofit or a foundation to sort of deem what we're doing as valid or as something that should receive funding from them. Like we have, if we are well organized, we can do it as a community. And I think a big part of my experience in mutual aid is giving what you can give when you can give it, and taking what you need when you need it. And a big tenet that we sort of say a lot is solidarity, not charity. And so to sort of distinguish it from charity, like when we're thinking about a traditional charity system, there's a inherent power dynamic at play, or a power imbalance of like, you have something that I need, but you get to decide what I have to do in order to get it. And that might look like requiring me to have a job, requiring me to be a citizen, requiring me to not consume drugs or alcohol. And so, but the thing that you have, I need for my survival. It might be food, it might be housing. And so that's not a great system. And it's also not very sustainable. Like it's very rooted in, one person or a group of people sort of accumulating a lot of wealth and then on their whim deciding who should get it and when. And there's like a morality aspect to it too, right? Like they get to feel good about themselves for giving this like small piece of their pie away. But I think with the mutual aid framework, it sort of removes the power imbalance, and it creates more sustainability as we think about building stronger communities.
Yeah. Awesome. Very good. So, can you tell us a bit about the Chicago Food Sovereignty Coalition and how it got started?
Yeah, for sure. At the beginning of the pandemic, if you go back in your mind, it was a really uncertain time, as we all know. And so there was a lot of energy and a lot of like direct organizing at the neighborhood level at the very beginning, just because it's like you had people that like nobody was leaving their house, and you had people that really couldn't leave their houses. And so it highlighted a lot of things that became more apparent to a lot of people, that a lot of it wasn't new issues or imbalance, but it highlighted a lot of those things, and so there's a lot of energy at the neighborhood level, and so people get like engaged that way, which is kind of what I got involved in like that summer. And the longer we went on, the more we realized, first of all, this is going to be kind of around for a while. Second of all, like I was saying, like a lot of the stuff that's not new, it's just highlighted by the pressing issue at hand, which is the pandemic. So we started thinking about how do we continue to organize in a way that is less crisis response mode and more like continuing to do this. So we got started like organizing government boxes at the beginning of the pandemic because there was like farmers that could sell their what they were growing, and you had people that needed food, and so there was like a government program, and so we were like in the middle of all of that, and that continued to, as most government programs, get worse and worse, and it obviously wasn't going to last forever. So we started talking about rescuing food, which is swooping in. 40% of the food in America ends up in a landfill in one way or the other. That's kind of in every step of the way in the food system that we have. So we started talking about how do we get in as many of those gaps as we can and scoop up good, healthy food to redistribute in our communities. And we realized quickly that that's not something that small neighborhood local groups can really do on their own. Because you kind of got to do it at a scale. So, I mean, sometimes you can just go to a grocery store and pick up the extra food that they would throw away normally. But also, sometimes you have to do it at the scale that it's being wasted, which is like a lot of food. So we started organizing at bigger and bigger levels. So we kept the neighborhood roots there, like person-to-person involvement, knowing people in our communities, but we also realized that we're a lot stronger together too as a city, like if we organize multiple groups across the whole city. So we started talking about that. That was like December of 2020. We started having like meetings, and it was like 20 to 30, 30 to 40 or so mutual aid groups, all the way from Rogers Park, all the way down to the south suburbs, all the way west to Austin, and kind of everywhere in between. And we got talking about like how do we get big amounts of money and redistribute them across the city? How do we get big amounts of food and redistribute them across the city? Start getting like infrastructure in place to continue to keep doing what we're doing and still learn it.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's like all the different neighborhoods, like you have Logan Square, West Town, and they come together and they create the Chicago Food Coalition?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yes.
You actually kind of answered the next question, which was about food rescue, so I think we can skip to this one.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So I think it kind of plays into it, but what is that mindset shift from scarcity to abundance in this idea of like you were saying 40% of food is being wasted. So how do you kind of shift that in the public perspective?
I think the mindset shift comes from when you think about how capitalism works, and a really big part of keeping capitalism working is getting everyone to think that there's limited resources, and think that we all need to be competing for those resources, and thinking that we need to hoard those resources in order to keep ourselves safe and keep our nuclear family safe. But that's actually not true. Like, there are enough resources to go around, and I think also like the commodification of things that are required for human being survival, like food, like water, like shelter, also creates this system where things have to be bought and sold and have to be competed for. And I think that contributes to this idea that there's not enough resources. And yeah, like Drew mentioned, I mean, we see like CFSC, is doing a lot of food rescue and food redistribution, so we see it a lot in like our food supply chain, that there actually is enough food, it just needs to be reallocated and redistributed to make sure that people get it, people need to get it, everyone needs it. So yeah, I think it's just understanding like the systems that exist and how we can.
What's the process of rescuing the food? Do you partner with companies or grocery stores, or how does that work?
Yeah, a lot of it is local grocery stores and sort of like food distributors. We have a whole team of volunteers across the city who go throughout the week and will pick up extra food. Sometimes it's surplus. It's food they can't sell or is sort of extra in the food supply chain. And then we have a couple warehouses, one on the northwest side, one on the southwest side, where we sort of store the food. We have a free store, so throughout the week, we have folks come in and are able to get the food there, and then we also redistribute it with a different team of volunteers that fill up their cars on Saturdays and drive them around to their neighbors. It's fun.
Very cool. So like if someone was to get involved with the food rescue and all these things, what are like the different roles or different things you could do? Or if someone's like, well, I don't know a grocery store, I don't know how to go rescue a food, like what does it look like to work with you guys? What are the different things people could do to get involved?
Totally. So we have food rescue coordinators who have like kind of been around for a while, and they're the ones who help kind of keep track of like at Aldi on Tuesday at 4 p.m. we need somebody to pick up and we need them to take it here. So if you're brand new, you don't have to be responsible for figuring that out. Yeah, the best way, I think there's QR codes around. You can sign up on CFSC's volunteer form, and then we'll connect you with like your local neighborhood group that we work with. And you can plug in there. Most of the groups are like have websites and social media, and they'll post where people can show up. But yeah, we have volunteers throughout the week calling the families that we deliver to see what they need for that week. We have folks picking up stuff from grocery stores, folks at the warehouse loading up the cars, and then folks driving the cars around.
So they drive their own cars around?
Mm-hmm. And all of it is fun. I've done on all sides of it, and it's fun to do, and it's a good community, and it's I think I mentioned I've been involved for 1.5 years. I feel really rooted in my local community, and it's been a good way to get to meet folks and things.
It is fun. That's the bottom line.
Well, I feel like we could keep this conversation going forever. If you guys want to keep it going, we'll be at Old Town Ale House after this, but I think we do have to unfortunately get back to the funny. So give it up for Drew and Holland one more time. And all right, let's get back to funny.